Welcome to the Bourbon Van. I am Phil,
I'm Julie.
and this is our very first live stream.
Oh,
We're
sorry.
already just kill the lid. There
Yep.
you go. Okay, we're doing
Already
great.
messing up.
How about that? Day one, first live stream. Already we have an echo. Well, first off, thanks everybody for being here and for being a part of the Bourbon Van. This is such a huge milestone for us that we don't have any technology. We haven't done any practice. We are in no way prepared for a live stream, but we promised ourselves when we hit 1,000 subscribers that we would have one. We expected it to be sometime in November of 2021, and we got there in 3.5 months instead of 12.
Woo-hoo.
So you guys, we thank you for that. That's all you. I guess I should ask if you can hear us, if it sounds okay. We really don't know. I think so. I mean, we heard ourselves over there, so yeah. I think we're doing okay right off the bat. But again, thank you everyone for being here, and jump in the chat, say hello. We'll be checking on your messages if you have questions, if you have anything to say. We love that stuff. So, oh, great. Okay, good. So we're doing great. We got Paul and Grumpy. We don't know your real name, but we appreciate you shared a lot of great info on the Irish video the other day that we are definitely going to use down the road. So thanks to you, and thanks to Paul, one of our biggest supporters right off the bat, saying hi to Norman too. Oh, who doesn't love Norman?
He's hanging in there.
He got to eat early tonight, so he couldn't be having a better night, quite honestly. Well, tonight we have a couple of things lined up, but the most important thing, the thing we want to get to the quickest, is the tasting. A couple of supporters of the channel shared some really fantastic samples with us that we haven't tried yet. We're going to get into them right now. Should we do them right away?
Sure.
Probably.
Or maybe throughout.
But we'll tell you what the first one is here. We're jumping in with the 2020 release of Sazerac 18 year, which is bananas.
Yeah, and it's something that just like a couple weeks ago we said we'd never get a chance to try, and so we're feeling pretty lucky.
We just said in a video there's no chance we'll ever get to try that bottle. So maybe we should say we can't try things more frequently.
I know,
just
and
put it out.
Show up.
We're gonna put more ideas out there, and we'll see what lands on our doorstep. Who knows? But yeah, we're quite excited to try these. So thanks to those folks who wish to remain anonymous, but we do appreciate them very much.
Yeah. And let us know what you're drinking tonight.
Yeah, what are you guys drinking tonight? Are you all in on the Buffalo Trace month with us, or I'm just by the way turning off the heat. It's hot in here.
It is very warm in here.
Suddenly it's hot. But yeah, let us know what you're enjoying, and we're gonna get to our tasting notes here.
Right, and you know what goes really well with this?
What's that?
Flying cat hair.
Flying cat hair. Yeah, you can taste it. You can smell it on the glass. It's a special combination here with the whiskey. So, hey, Lyle's here too. How you doing, Lyle? One of our favorite guys. 107, Paul. Not too shabby right there.
I like it.
Oh, early times. Yeah.
Nope.
Fantastic. Yeah. Did we just become best friends?
Phil was doing a little 107 the other day, and I think I stole it, and I did a woo from the other room because it was so delicious.
Yeah, she's every once in a while I'll be doing a tasting, and she just comes through and steals the glass. Hey, John, thanks a lot. Drinking coffee, nothing wrong with that. Grumpy, Longmorn Barrel Proof 12 year. Well, that sounds lovely right there.
This is a really sweet nose.
It's actually, yeah, it smells very rich. And I feel like I haven't been able to escape the smell since we poured them a few minutes before the stream started, maybe 5 or 10 minutes, just to let them open up a little bit. And this is Sazerac 18, obviously 18 years, 90 proof. This one sells for $100 MSRP.
I don't know if anyone can get it for that, but
if you can find it. Here in Oregon, strangely enough, because we are a price-controlled state, all the BTACs, birthday bourbons, limited edition 4 Roses 2020, all that sort of thing, it goes out with, you can enter a lottery, and that's how you wind up with it. So you have to tell them which store you'd like to get it from, and then I believe they actually get one as well if you, I don't know how it all works, but you buy it at MSRP in Oregon because it's price controlled. So that's might be one of the few states where that actually happens.
Yeah, and we don't get a lot of stuff that other people get, but we do get it at price. So
that's true.
So we can't complain too much.
Yeah, honestly, even though we might have a limited variety, the price is right here. So that's quite satisfying.
Oh, I see Eric's drinking Special Reserve.
Oh,
my jam.
All right, Eric. Yeah, it's Spirit of Buffalo Trace Month. It is Buffalo Trace Month. Did we even mention that yet? All right.
Yeah, this has a really nice nose.
Oh, and that's a Scotch, the Longmorn. Longmorn? Am I getting that right? Yeah, that's a Scotch. I was thinking it was Irish. Nice. Should we go in for a taste of this? We haven't really given many notes.
I'm so excited, and it is a celebration night.
It is a celebration night. I think we should. Yeah. Cheers to you, and cheers to you. Thanks so much, guys.
Ooh.
What do you think?
It's really smooth.
It is
pretty gentle. Lots of caramel. I'm getting a little like peppery wryness on that one. Ooh, it's got a good, like it just kind of lingers on a little bit.
It's solid for a 90 proof. It really goes somewhere.
It is very peppery though.
Is it?
Yeah. Like it just is. I can taste a lot of pepper.
I'm actually getting a weird note on the palate. It was a little bit apricot. There was a bright yellowish fruit, summery fruit sort of thing going on the nose, and on the palate, it's almost like a custard. It's almost like a fruit custard of some type. I can't describe it because I don't think I've ever had anything like it.
Yeah.
It's pretty unique.
Yeah, I like it.
It's perfumey. Yeah, I expected maybe mustier flavors because of the age of it, but this is surprisingly bright and balanced. It doesn't taste super old or anything like that. A little smoky, maybe that's just the char from being in the barrel for so long with that charred barrel.
Oh, we got a question. You got a Van Winkle, which we do.
We have a sample of a Van Winkle tonight. Yes,
we got pretty lucky.
I'm
not really sure how this all happened.
We've got fantastic friends and great supporters. We've really seen we've come a long ways from starting this channel with like 4 bottles of whiskey. John says Ohio has price controls as well, and I actually didn't realize that about Ohio. Yeah. That's interesting. We've had some folks reach out to us and let us know that they've had trouble finding Buffalo Trace in Ohio, in Cincinnati of all places, and it just seems wrong considering how close you are to the distillery. Not that I'm saying that you're wrong. I'm just saying it seems wrong that nature would prevent you from accessing Buffalo Trace when you're so close to it. It's not fair.
We do drive around a lot looking for things.
We're on the road frequently. We go to a lot of liquor stores, so it's a strange situation for us when we say that something is readily available. It's because we go all over the place and we see it regularly.
Yeah.
So we get a lot of pushback when folks are like, "It's not readily available." Whatever we might be talking about, it's only available in like 12 states. I think maybe we only traveled to 6 or 8 states and found it there. But it's one of those funny situations that it seems readily available to us, but it might not be. It's just that we see it a lot.
Hey, thanks, Bourbon of the Week.
Bourbon of the Week. It's one of our favorite channels out there. We are on Sazerac 18 right now. This is the BTAC 2020 release Sazerac 18.
Yeah, our first ever.
Ooh.
At least my first ever.
It just continues to open up. It's great. I've never had this. Yeah. The rarest bottle of Buffalo Trace that we ever had was ages ago, more than 10 years ago. A coworker of Julie's when we lived in Chicago. He actually owns a distillery now in Peru.
Yep.
He had a great relationship with some liquor store owner and said, if you get down there today, they've got a Pappy 23 with your name on it. And we didn't have a car, or a van, not even close to having a van at that time. I jumped on my single speed bike and drove about 25 miles round trip that day to get that Pappy 23, and it was in my backpack. And honestly, we didn't really know what we had. We knew it was great. We got it for, I think, $180. This is, things have changed so dramatically since then. But we drank that for a year and a half. Maybe it survived. Grant's on the chat. I'm sure he had some of that at some point.
Yeah.
But
You got to do what you got to do.
Seriously. Yeah, I'd ride 25 miles again for that. It was worth it. Xavier, how you doing, Xavier? Welcome. James Litchfield, congrats, dudes. Talk rye to me. Still like Pikesville best. Ooh, we've had some fantastic ryes lately, and actually, we have a few rye videos coming out. That we have one coming out next week, as a matter of fact. But I would say for the money, especially now that Pikesville has dropped $5 here. Oh man.
Yeah, I mean, you can't throw this
bottle.
Stuff in the mix of your ryes. It's just not something you can do. But yeah, that Pikesville, I've been trying a couple different ryes over the last few weeks just to try some new things. And Pikesville is really, I think that's my jam.
It's so good. It's the most consistently solid, affordable. I mean, 6 years aged, 110 proof for $44.95 here in Oregon, and there's no sales tax here in Oregon.
Right.
Holy cow! I mean, that's a spectacular deal for a rye. And Heaven Hill, boy, they didn't mess around when they came out with that. It's fantastic. So yeah, it's hard. It's hard to say that there's another rye out there for the money that we like better, but who knows?
I will say that this 18 year, 17, 18 year?
This is 18.
18. This 18, I should know that. Sorry, guys. But that's just how I roll.
It's true to form tonight.
I just show up.
Right on time. Julie, right on time.
Very smooth. It's so smooth.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's really flavorful. I like the finish on this. It is a little like peppery, like spicy. I know I got camphor everywhere.
Man.
But it is. I'm impressed.
I am too. This is
because I'm always feeling like nothing can ever be as good as like people will pay for them. So I'm happy that this one.
I totally agree.
Kind of check the box.
You know what's funny about this one, and we haven't talked a lot about flavors or anything like that. There's a beautiful caramel here, brown sugar, vanilla. Yeah. The rye spice is there, but it's not powerful. And after 18 years in the barrel, it's really cohesive, which not always the case with a rye, but I expected this would be tons of rye spice building on the back end, cinnamon, allspice, all that sort of thing. And there is a little bit of that, but the longer you sit with it, what builds is sweetness. It's a brown sugar all over on the back of the tongue right now. I love that.
Yeah, it's really nice.
It's great. Chris from Bend. Hey, how's it going, Chris?
All right.
Traverse City Barrel Proof Rye. Well, we haven't had any Traverse City stuff yet. We've mapped out a route for this year that I don't know if we're going to make it all the way there, but it goes directly into northern Michigan. We're looking at Ironfish because I think it's called Ironfish because I know they age things in maple syrup barrels. That sounds pretty good to me.
That does sound good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Traverse City. That's been on my list. I heard it's really awesome.
John Fried, is that Cincinnati getting it for $39 or in Ohio getting it for $39.99? Come on. That's crazy. Xavier wants to know if we like any Scotch or Irish whiskey. You know, we don't keep a ton of it around. Friday we released the Slane video. We do like Slane. We like really
for Irish whiskey.
Yeah, Jameson, Patty. I've never met an Irish whiskey that I didn't care for. Scotch, we keep Balvenie 12 double wood in the house. Sometimes we'll keep Monkey Shoulder in the house, but we haven't really branched out much more than that because we're not huge fans of anything with too much smoke generally, or overly peaty. We like something in our mind that's balanced, and so we gravitate toward the sweeter flavors of bourbon. And this year really is the biggest extension we've ever had is for our palates is we've gone kind of crazy for rye in the last year. Yeah. We always kept it around, but we didn't have this much.
Well, and I think Thanksgiving or whenever we had a Scotch that I tried for the first time, and it was probably the first one that I really liked. I think for me, Scotches run a little bit smoky.
Oh, that's right. Grant brought over that Scotch.
Yeah. So
what was that? Was that you get the smoke from the campfire sitting around? That's true.
That's
John. You're in Indiana. That's actually my
Phil stomping grounds.
My home state, right there. How about it? Cheers. Yeah, we keep a little bit of Glenlivet 18. Yeah, that stuff. That was dangerously smooth. That was good. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd like to try some cask strength Irish stuff. I think we both would, quite honestly. Yeah, so right off the bat, starting with a with a great,
I like it.
great glass of whiskey tonight. This is fantastic. What a way to kick things off.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah. So I guess we thought that we would pepper in a couple of questions
Yeah,
about just the channel. We've been doing
we're
this.
newbie live streamers.
We are
We're
so
just,
new to this, and we're so new to YouTube in general. I
Yeah.
mean, timeline wise, we started this thing at the end of November. So we haven't been doing it very long, but we have had some fun moments. We've had some personal favorites.
I feel like you kind of pushed me into the deep end.
Oh, I just dropped you right in.
You were like, "Hey, I got this idea. It'll be a great way to pass time during
COVID time.
During COVID times. We should start a whiskey channel." And I was like, "I don't have anything else to do tomorrow, so."
Right. So let's drink and record it tonight, and then tomorrow you can sleep it off. That's exactly how it started. And this is a question for all of you too. Let's talk favorite either episodes, moments. What's been your favorite so far?
Well, I've just been having a lot of fun.
It has been fun.
I think I'm having a lot of fun because I'm what did I say? I've grown to be what was it?
Extramedia?
Extramedia.
Oh yeah, she's extramedia.
Yeah,
I think we're gonna have to do a
bourbon
t-shirt
digger.
for that.
Yeah.
That's too good.
So for me, this is just all about fun. And I actually learned a lot from Phil. I learned a lot from you guys chiming in every week on our videos. But I think one of the best things that I personally like is how much you guys love Norman so much.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I don't know.
We get more comments about more Norman than
honestly. Yeah, we should probably just put Norman on camera and we could sit off camera and talk and that would be enough. Or I could.
And
you guys seem to like Julie a lot too. I do too. I get it.
But I think that's really sweet. And that's, kind of made me happy. Just because he's an old man. He's a 15-year-old. People have asked. So he's a 15-year-old alley cat. We picked him up when he was just under 1 year old. He is now 15. So he's been with us a long time.
At the time, he walked into my boss's house. My boss had 4 cats. He let them out every morning, and they kept food out there for his 4 cats. He opened the door, and there was Norman devouring all the food.
Yeah, he still does that.
That's still a
every
habit
day.
of his. And when he let the other 4 cats in, Norman walked in like he owned the place, and his wife wouldn't let him keep a 5th. So he asked if anybody was interested, and we said, "We've never had a cat. Let's give it a go." That was 15 years ago. So
I know, he's pretty awesome.
He's pretty awesome. We love him.
So we're glad that you like him too, because it is kind of fun to put him on camera, even though he makes a mess of the entire video because his hair just like flies
so much
everywhere.
hair. Every time you guys see something floating across and it looks like we live in a haunted house. Nope, it's just disgusting cat fur everywhere you look, all the time. All right, let's see some of your favorite moments here. Lyle says Advent Day 12. Which one was Advent Day 12?
Hold on, I got a phone. I'm going to look it up.
You look it up.
I'm sure that I couldn't make a decision.
Grant says winning the Bourbon Van Advent tournament, wearing the t-shirt right now. Man, that was ridiculous. That was ridiculous. The 2 people who won the tournament, at the time, we didn't really know anybody.
Bracket, though.
Yeah, Grant.
We didn't know anybody.
Yeah, Grant won mine, and Jim, who we also know, won Julie's.
Yeah.
I think we had 45 total people, and I think there were
Carissa.
Carissa.
Indiana won mine, but
right.
you had a
Jim
tie.
tied with Grant.
Yeah.
And so crazy. That was exciting. We're going to do that again this year. We have much bigger plans for the Advent tournament this year, and much bigger. And we actually have a few surprises coming for that. So bigger prizes and just more fun, more stuff to watch in general. It's going to be great.
So day 12, I hope this doesn't play. Of course it does immediately. Remus Repeal Reserve Batch 2 versus Wild Turkey and Rare Breed versus Weller Special Reserve. That's when I went with Special Reserve because.
Oh, that's when Rare Breed got knocked out by both of us, yeah?
I think that was a sad day.
Yeah, brutal.
That was a brutal day.
It was such a shock. I didn't want to release that video. I was bummed about that. Rare Breed was a favorite for both of us. We had it. It was number 4 overall seed. Was that right?
Yeah, I'm sure it was one of 4 meltdowns that I had during the whole tournament.
It was brutal. It was crazy.
Yeah, I think I particularly enjoyed my day 22. I think if I remember correctly, I was wearing my lucky hat that did not do in my favor, and I couldn't make a decision for the life of me, and I finally just chugged and
Yeah, you had to bottle chug.
Yeah.
Couple of them. Yeah, I that's something you don't see all the time from Julie. Matter of fact, before we started this channel, I don't know that I've ever seen Julie do that. Well, no, maybe vodka, maybe like 20 years ago, but
Yeah.
those were different days.
I was feeling pressure to make a good decision.
Paul says you guys seem natural and genuinely enthused and you enjoy each other's company. I would say that that's
He's all
true.
right.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, yeah, we do.
I don't think that we could exist in a van for most of the summer if it wasn't the case. And I don't think we could have endured each other during pandemic if it wasn't the case. We've both been working from home for over a year now.
That's true. I think, what's the date today?
March something, 15th?
14th, I think, which is a year yesterday.
It's 15th. That was right, but no big deal. We're not going to start a whole thing here.
Totally.
Best episode, Julie sipping from Maker's 46 and Jack Barrel Proof. There you go. Yeah, John's got it.
Yeah.
Hashtag we love you, Norman. That's great. Norman looks like a cousin of a friend's cat. Yeah, he seems to have a lot of cousins out there.
Yeah.
Especially in the Chicagoland area.
Well,
used
just
to see them all.
everywhere.
Every time you'd look down an alley, you'd go, cat got out. Nope, different cat.
Yeah, and there's a surprising number that do look like have the same like coloring as he does too. I don't know. He's just the best. I'm just gonna say. I mean, if he loves you, but like every cat, he's a little finicky.
Dave wants to know how we got to Oregon from Chicago. That's a good question.
Well, Grant, who's on the chat today, I think kind of.
Yeah, he hooked us.
Hooked us
like a fish. Yeah, we visited twice and.
Yeah, I think it was like a slow play. Grant, who's on the chat today, lived in Chicago as well. Phil and him used to work together and decided to move out to Portland. And we came to visit, as you do. And the first time we were there, I think the weather was miserable, like rainy and terrible, and we didn't understand it. But then we came back for a second go, and it was just like blue skies, mountains, and green forests, and we were pretty hooked. And
yeah, honestly, if you stand on an overlook on a sunny day in the Columbia River Gorge and just look out at the river, if you can decide to stay in your gloomy gray existence and not immediately pack up everything and go, which is pretty much what we did. We just went home and quit our jobs, and that was it.
Well, I recall having a mild conversation about moving, and then I get a call at work one day, and it was like, I'm telling my boss I'm quitting today. And I was like, oh, okay, I guess we should put our condo up for sale.
That's not the best impression. It's not great.
and it was just like that. Like, I think it was, we were both looking for a change, and we got an opportunity.
Dave wants to know, can you get an Italian beef in Oregon?
No. Oh,
no.
Dave, let me tell you, every time we go to a restaurant
this
that
is a common theme in our lives, right?
Yeah. No, the answer is no. I have never had an Italian beef that is even like 50% as good as the one you get in Chicago.
Malcolm says collection's looking strong. Yeah, the collection's overflowing at the moment. Julie's told me that I need to rein it in a little bit. We'll see.
Yeah, just a little bit.
At some point, we're going to be in the van and we're going to have a very limited, finite number of bottles. We're going to have to work on that. Grant says that we abandoned him in PDX for Bend.
We did. Grant. Yeah, I know. We did abandon.
It's only 3.5 hours on a good day.
We abandoned the rain for the sunshine.
That's true.
But also the snow. We do get snow, and that's a big bummer.
Yeah. A lot of trails, though. Can't really complain.
Yeah.
How are you doing over there on your whiskey? Did you outdrink me again?
Yes, of course. Like everything that happens, or every tasting.
Just certainly. Yeah.
I was trying to put my glass down. I just can't help it. You're holding it. You just want to drink it. And it's really good. So I actually don't have negative stuff. Again, I don't really say too much negative stuff about, bourbons and whiskeys and ryes, but.
Give me 2 words on that whiskey. Sum it up in 2 words if you can. Something and something. Or just 2 words. It doesn't have to be an and. Because that would be 3. Build more shelves. Thanks, Lyle. That's a good idea.
Dangerously delicious. How's that? Is that
good?
It doesn't sum up what it tastes like, but
it is 90 proof. So I wouldn't say it's all that dangerous, but it is.
Well, because you don't want to drink the whole bottle in one sitting.
It is. I would say that it sucks you in. So it is a little bit dangerous. It's intoxicating in a way because it's so aromatic. It's so lovely and cohesive and sweet that I think you could drink a lot of this. There is a little bit of rye spice building now.
I know, I'm sad that this is all we get.
Well, if we had a big bottle, I think we'd be sad by how quickly we drank it. So it could be worse.
I know.
Build more. I love that. Well, we've got the kegerator over here, which is going to come into play at some point, as we like to homebrew and then age our beers on oak chips that are soaking in some type of bourbon. So we haven't really expanded too much in that direction. We've tried it on Makers, we've tried it on Buffalo Trace, but our collection is pretty big these days.
Yeah, if you have a suggestion of what would be a good one, because what did we throw around this time? Because we were going to do a vanilla bourbon oak ale.
Yeah.
But then you were throwing in a vanilla bourbon maple,
little maple syrup, yeah,
whatever.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. Sweeter the better.
Sweeter the better, right?
Let's see. So, what did you think? What?
2 words?
Yeah.
Again, not going to be great flavor notes, but I would say mild and pleasant. It is super
easy.
Nice to sit with.
Yeah, it's really easy. There's nothing. To me, there's nothing offensive about it. There's nothing, that you need to step back at. You get the nice caramel. I'm standing by that. Like the finish is really quite lovely on this,
lovely.
It's got a nice pepper back to it.
I was going to say that was a white pepper finish that I just got. That last big sip went right to the back of the tongue. White pepper, sweet, beautiful.
Yeah.
You're from the Chicago area. You've been to Three Oaks. Have we been to Three Oaks? River Oaks, the mall. I don't suppose you mean the River Oaks Mall. It's not exactly the
I need
best.
more information. I feel like I should know what you're talking about, but it's been a while. We've been here for 8 years.
It's been a long time. Yeah, and we lived on the north side. Cider barrel rye sounds good. Not much into beer nowadays. Yeah, we don't drink nearly as much beer as we used to. Then again, it's not summertime.
True. Yeah. So I don't think you answered the question. What was your favorite day, or what? Not favorite day, but like, what's been your?
I think I had 2 favorite moments. My first favorite is the last 45 seconds to a minute of the Meet Your Makers tasting, where you were
such a bad memory. I don't remember.
I gave my summation of what we had just done, you said, so
oh,
what was
no,
this?
That was that like
I gave my description of what I thought that we had
gosh.
just been through and how great it was, and you hated it so much, and
the
genuine disgust, but also hilarity and the laughter, it just warmed my heart, and I had to put it in.
That is true. You did really like that.
The other thing is, I think I hit my stride with where I wanted this channel to go when I recorded the Old Granddad 114.
That was early
in
on.
the Van Wednesday. It was pretty early on, but I kind of was feeling it that day, and at the end of that video, I was like, yeah, I think I can handle this. I think we can make a go of this. So if you haven't seen that one, watch it, and then don't subscribe. Don't unsubscribe if you don't like it. Hang around, because things got better. You'll see.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we've maybe improved a little bit. I like this. What's your favorite non-allocated daily sippers? You go.
Oh man, non-allocated is so tough because we don't really even know what all is allocated. I mean, early times is my daily because it's.
I'm excited that it's not going away now.
Well, we think, I know it overflows the shelves here in Oregon, and it's easy to get here. I don't know that it'll always be that way, but again, I don't know how readily available that is.
Your daily right now is Cooper's.
Yeah, Cooper's Barrel Reserve. Again, that's not available everywhere.
Oh, that's right. I know we have
if I had to pick one,
subscriber in Texas that can't get it, right?
Well, I think it's only available in like 6 or 8 states
man.
now.
Sorry,
I do think
guys.
that's going to expand. The one that I really like right now is actually sitting right here. It's only an 80 proofer, and I know it didn't perform that well in our 80 proof challenge, but Old Granddad 80 proof, as far as I know, it's available everywhere. It's a Jim Beam product, so it should be. That one drinks so nice and easy, and we throw a fire together in the backyard and just pull that bottle out there, and it's great. The other thing that I'm really liking right now is Wild Turkey 101 Rye. It's kind of a late addition to the shelf here, but since we've got it, I really can't put that bottle away. I love it. Yeah. What about you, Daily Sipper? You said you were rare in the video, but
I know that one gets us a lot of guff.
That's pretty well allocated in a lot of ways. Yeah.
I know, I forget. So if you would have talked to me like, I don't know, 5 months ago, definitely would have been the Four Roses, just because it's so easy and delicious. That also did not perform as well as I would have thought in the 80 proof, which means that I don't know,
Yeah.
got me accustomed to other stuff, I guess.
I didn't do that. You
Yes.
did that, but with your own gaining of experience
Yeah,
here.
that's true. But we have been drinking a little bit more. I know Buffalo Trace is kind of hard to find at some places too.
This Old Taylor's been pretty stellar too. We've been getting after that bottle. They
By the way, has
Yeah.
anybody seen the Old Taylor?
Yeah, what is
We're
this
trying to figure
stuff?
it out.
I think it's Mash Bill 1 based on the flavor of it, but I cannot find it on any website. Nobody has any information on it. It's been crazy.
Yeah.
Dave wants to know if we were into bourbon in Chicago, asking if it's easier to find bottles in Chicago or Oregon. Yes. The nice thing about living in Chicago is that we were a half-day drive-ish, 6-hour drive from Louisville, from Kentucky itself. So we were there at least once a year to buy anything that we wanted. But in Chicago, there were kind of a lot of bottles around, but there was kind of a lot of bottom shelf around. Allocated stuff is going to be hard, or just hard to find bottles are hard to find anywhere. But there are some solid stores in Oregon. In Portland, Rose City Liquor in Portland on Sandy has a terrific selection, and they do great barrel picks too. In the Central Oregon area, we've gotten lucky because I feel like there's some sort of, if you head into Eastern Oregon and some places where people don't usually go, maybe they don't know what they've got out there. We found pretty much the last 3 bottles of Old Forester rye at a random liquor store in the middle of nowhere. That stuff is wiped out in Oregon now. You can't find it. So, I mean, that's not, super rare or anything like that, but there are some solid stores. Trailhead here in Bend has one of the largest bourbon selections I've ever seen on any shelf anywhere. It rivals some of the biggest stores in Chicago. So, and because it's all sold at MSRP here in the state, you can't really beat that.
And I will say, like, we were a little, I mean, definitely you more than me in Chicago. We had a few bottles sitting around, nothing like we have now. But because, the bar scene is so amazing in Chicago, I feel like we always went out for like, cocktails and old fashions and whatever. It was.
Don't give away our Central Oregon secrets.
I know, totally.
Sorry, bud. Sorry. I think getting bottles in Oregon or Chicago, I know that there's a lot of stuff on the shelves in Chicago. So we still have family, or my brother is constantly at liquor stores sending me photos, texting me about stuff. I mean, he's been finding some solid stuff there. I mean, Belle Meade sells for right now it's $15 for the reserve, $15 cheaper than what we can buy it for. He's got Bardstown Fusion Series, the batch 4 out there, which we only wish we could find here. That sort of stuff doesn't make its way out here. So that's unfortunate.
I will say, like, because we're price allocated, is that right? Price allocated?
Price controlled.
Price controlled here. Our selection isn't as extensive, but it's, there are things that we can get pretty cheap where other people pay a lot of money. But then, like you said, vice versa, where your brother's getting pretty good deals and we're like dreaming of those prices.
Then again, we did get lucky with some Weller the other day, some special reserve that we got for 30 that he got there for 50. So he got lucky too, because quite honestly, 50 for them, is what it is. Grant wants to know, non-allocated means to a plebe like me. Allocated is when, I'm going to say this completely wrong, but basically it's limited. It's certain states get a certain amount based on how much they order generally. So a place like, well, I don't know. I don't want to go by states because I don't really know how much each state buys, but generally it's limited in certain states. We don't get a lot of stuff out here because Oregon,
too far away, and
Oregon just doesn't order a lot of that stuff. I would guess we probably have a smaller amount than most states get, and smaller amount than most stores get at most stores here. Brenton says, I just discovered Bernheim Bourbon by Heaven Hill, only 25 for 7-year age wheater. I don't know anything about that. We've never seen that here. We've seen the Bernheim wheat, but never the bourbon.
I was going to ask if that was the same thing or if that was different. The Bernheim one that we tried.
Bourbon guy from Bend says, no bourbon here. Okay.
There isn't.
Fair enough. Yeah, there's nothing here. Don't come to Central Oregon. There's nothing here. Let's see. How much time do you spend editing your videos? Eric asks. Too much.
Say too much time.
I've been so excited about doing a live stream so that I wouldn't have to edit it. Julie and I we want to keep our videos from being 20 minutes long, but we also want to include
watch them.
We also want to include as much information as possible.
Right.
We aren't experts, but we feel like we can be helpful, and we've heard a lot of feedback that we have been helpful. So we try to include as many tasting notes as possible, and try to make it entertaining, as fun as possible. We don't want to leave too much out. So that's why there's a lot of choppiness in our videos. Also, we don't do any rehearsing. We jump in, we spit it out, and then we got to chop it into usable bits. We're working on it.
We are working on the choppiness. We've heard that from a couple people. It's probably mainly my fault because I always I have my brain pings and I'm like always talking over to you, and then that just makes for a terrible scene, which is why he's always cutting out the nonsense. But we do want to keep in some of the fun parts because I think that's what
we keep being told you're natural. I think the conversational tone and the fact that we don't worry too much about it is natural. I think we are working on how we can cut out more of those clips though, and actually not have to edit so much. We'll see how that goes down the road.
We did high five because I think we did a video yesterday that ended at, was it 20 minutes or 25 minutes? That's pretty good for us.
Yeah, we did a whiskey event Wednesday, we'll do 19 minutes.
Yeah, we'll do like a video and we're at like 50 something, and I'm like, sorry, enjoy that one.
Yeah, here's this gigantic video. Good luck.
Yeah.
Steve says you give great tasting notes. Thank you, Steve. That's really nice to hear because we don't always. It's tough to believe in yourself when you've never been. I don't even know if you can be properly trained on this stuff. I'm sure somebody knows, but
I think you can do those wheels or what go into your spice drawer. Maybe I didn't, but I probably should.
Let's see.
Oh, I saw a haircut one.
Phil, who fixed your haircut from the last video? Well,
no joke. I heard him in the bathroom today, and he comes out and he goes, "Well, that doesn't look so bad." And I think that you legit were in with like your beard trimmer.
I had my beard trimmer out again. Yeah, that's how this all started. I just beard trimmed the sides, and then today I actually went through after I styled it, and I actually cut out all the corners of it. Yeah, pretty good stuff, right? Yeah, I should have let Norman do it originally. It would have looked better.
I know.
Where's pants? Where's Norman Kitty pants?
Oh, he's standing. He's
glaring at us because we're hanging out and not hanging out with him.
Come on, bud.
I think we need to pour this next bottle here. This next little sample.
Good. Norman's back just in time to get the glasses all furry.
Oh, great. Yeah, that's exactly what we're looking for. By the way, a couple of you were asking. We did throw a Norman shirt up in the store last week. So if you're looking for Norman merchandise, we don't have a ton of merchandise, but if you wanted to support the channel, the link to our store is in the comments here. So definitely have a look if you're interested. Norman appreciates it.
Yeah. And for those who don't know, his middle name is Kitty Pants. That's why someone said, "Where's pants?"
Yeah, Norman Kitty Pants.
Yeah.
I got one. It delivers. There you go. Nice. Thank you, Beth. That's fantastic. All right. Well, let's get to our second glass of the night right on time here. This one is
pretty good. Like half hour in, we spaced them pretty well. Sometimes chug them down.
Yeah, I'm surprised that there's anything left in there.
I know. I still have a little bit.
You're really impressive.
Something.
All right. Well, I have no idea what we're doing with this thing. Here we go.
Oh, Levi says, "I just bought that shirt and it's incredibly soft and comfortable."
Oh, thank you, Levi.
Thanks, Levi.
Levi from Wisconsin, of all places. How about that?
All right.
We're going, we got a lot of Midwest love out here tonight, huh?
National.
There we go.
I know I'll never see this again, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah. Okay. Final thoughts on the Sazerac 18-year rye from Buffalo Trace.
Yeah. Overall, very smooth.
Yeah. What am I doing?
Really balanced.
So small. Why are these so small?
Those glasses, yeah. I would say really balanced, smooth. Get a nice mix of caramel. I think the rye spice comes in, but not a ton. It's a little bit of heat. It's only 90 proof, so not a big deal.
One of the more pleasant drinkers I've had. It would go really nice with a mild, like very, very mild cigar if you're into that sort of thing.
Yeah, and it's got a nice finish. For 90 proof, I think the finish on this was pretty good. And
the body, mouthfeel, balance. I'm going to say I'm impressed because, I don't know what I expect from 18-year stuff. I think that we've been...
What's rare then?
We've been a little spoiled by it. I mean, the Elijah Craig 18-year that we got, I know sometimes you don't get a great single barrel of that.
We did get a nice one.
We got a spectacular single barrel of that. It's really good. And there's a guy who commented on that video by the name of Don, I believe, who kind of said, like, think about from a perspective of how long that's been in the barrel, and why that price might be what it is. And yeah, absolutely, that one had been barreled in 2001, I believe. And the stag that we just, or the stag, oh, no, we didn't have any stag. The Sazerac that we just had, the 18-year, was actually bottled in 2000 or barreled in 2002. So when you think about it in that sort of way, like, that barrel had to sit someplace and be monitored. And yeah, it's incredible what these the length of time that goes into this whiskey. We're kind of in a golden age right now, I feel like.
I'm feeling very spoiled today.
Ooh.
Again, for those who just joined us, thank you for helping us reach 1,000 subscribers. And we're
absolutely.
I think we're at, like,
come on, bud.
I don't know what we are today, but 1,100 or something. We're making
1,100. We went over 1,250 today. There you go. Yeah.
Come on, bud.
That's you guys. Thank you so much again, everyone. It's been an amazing ride, and it's continuing to be an amazing ride.
I did tell Phil that we reached.
Microphone,
oh, sorry. That we reached 1,000, and we're doing these amazing tastings, and there's nowhere to go from here but down. Like, we'll go up in subscribers and down in things we're able to taste. But
Grant says 1.27K. That's even more than I thought. All right, how about that? Thank you, Grant. Thanks everybody. Paul says international. He's in Canada. How about that? We are officially international here at the Bourbon Van.
Hey, Paul, we're in Canada. You don't have to tell us. We love Canada.
You guys in Curiosity Public are my faves. Wow, good company, solid company. Thanks, Brandon. That's a big deal. We'll take that. By the way, we haven't even said what we're drinking yet. What we are drinking right now is Van Winkle Family Reserve Rye. This is a 13-year rye. It is $120 MSRP.
Yep.
Good luck finding it for that. And it's 95.6 proof.
Yep.
So the last one that we had was the Sazerac 1800 proof or 90 proof for $100. This is Van Winkle Family Reserve Rye, $120, 13 years old, 95.6 proof. So we're jumping up just a little bit here.
And both provided by some wonderful
supporters. Yeah, we don't have these bottles. We were gifted samples from these bottles, and we're feeling very fortunate. We're feeling a lot of love tonight. A lot of love from this community, which, by the way, I was telling Julie earlier, fantastic community. The comments on our channel, you don't see this all over on social. You don't see it all over on other channels in any sort of variety, not just whiskey channels. I'm saying any variety.
Yeah. We
get, fantastic comments, a lot of positive comments, a lot of support, and even the feedback that we're getting from you when it's, when we're, from the clips to the way we're editing things to whatever it might be, it's positive. It's reassuring feedback, and we appreciate that. This community, we're really thrilled with the type of community we're growing here.
Yeah, just trying to have fun.
Yeah.
Learn a little bit along the way.
Paul's 3 hours northeast of Duluth, Minnesota, and Thunder Bay, Ontario. I like the sound of that.
I like the sound of that.
Man.
It's a great.
Lamar wants to know, what 2021 releases are you looking forward to? He's trying to figure out what I want to start searching for yet and can't decide. Man, that's a good question. Around here, we already got one of them. Rare Breed Rye comes and goes really, really quickly. And oh boy, here goes the cat. Or what are you looking for? Rare Breed Rye comes and goes quickly, and we got ours, and we really couldn't be happier about it. Found it in a grocery store of all places, so we'll take that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh,
this is nice.
You want to talk about the nose on this real quick?
Getting a little like spearmint.
There's a little mint here, yeah.
It's a little bit higher proof point than the one that we had before, for sure.
You can smell the proof, yeah. Or you can sense it, anyways. It's in the nose. Bourbon Guy, Newport Market, yes, sir.
It's a great place.
Yeah.
Phil's been scoping out where to find the Rare Breed.
It's a small selection, but it's solid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We scour all over Bend.
Eric says his favorite episode is a Stag Junior review. Hard to find here in the Midwest. We could not have been more fortunate to get that bottle. That was like a right place, right time. That was basically fourth quarter of the Super Bowl, and your team is down by 7 or 6, and the quarterback for the other team just happens to drop the ball right into your hands, and you run to the end zone with it. That's exactly what happened there. It was crazy. We were very fortunate.
I am pretty sure you like went around to every single liquor store in Bend for months and months and said, "Call me."
I just told everybody, let us know. I got on every single list and just got very, 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 very fortunate. So we've got a couple of good friends here in the area who are, both liquor store owners and just people that we know who are collectors who have really helped us to build this collection. Somebody asked earlier how many bottles we had. I forgot that it had been asked. We're in the 80s somewhere at the moment with unique bottles.
We are going to need a new shelf if we keep going.
Yeah, probably. But we're going to be in the van very soon when we're going to have a very slim. We're going to store my grants. We're going to have a very small collection very soon. James says, "Congrats, thank you." Grant says, "Open a Patreon already." We have been staring at the screen on Patreon for a while, for the last week or so. We're not sure what we want to do yet. It's coming, but we want to make it worth your while. We do appreciate all the support, and you're not the only one who's asked about it. We've had plenty of people ask, and we'd love to do something like that, but we want to offer something special to you. So we're trying to figure out what that is, if it's additional content, if it's merchandise, whatever it might be. We're on it.
Like walking Norman in the backyard.
Yeah, you want to hang out with Norman? Cat. Sure. But we are working on that. So thank you for being interested, and thank you for wanting to support the channel.
And I just want to say, per every episode, I've already taken 2 sips.
I haven't sipped this yet.
I know you haven't.
Sugary, a little spicy, definitely rye spice. That's the tasting notes I've gotten so far, and a little vanilla, for sure, vanilla.
Mm-hmm. You get some like fruit, some like dry fruit or something underneath. I feel very spoiled today.
This is luxurious.
Oh God.
Am I wrong?
Your face was funny.
I'm sorry. I made a face, guys. Oh my goodness. Same content as your OnlyFans. I just glanced up and saw Grant said that. We don't have an OnlyFans account. Norman does. No, he doesn't. Ooh, that's a vanilla party right there.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
It looks pretty in the glass too. Actually, it looks very pretty. The light's shining perfectly on it right now.
Oh, is it?
From my angle.
Hands off?
I know.
Just look at it. Don't
It's a glamour
touch.
shot.
Don't play with it.
A 1990s glamour shot.
Maybe that should be part of this. If you join Patreon, you get to see Julie's glamour shots from the 90s.
Oh, that would be horrible.
Wild Turkey Master's Keep Toasted Barrel. We actually haven't seen a single Master's Keep here. We don't really see a lot of that type of thing here. One of those limited things.
I have been enjoying the Wild Turkey, though, I will say, lately.
We've had a run of solid turkey bottles. That's not something to be super surprised by. But it's super good.
Yeah.
The correct answer to how many bottles you have is not enough. No, that's true.
I subtly did the hint. He's like, "Do you think we should have a backup bottle of rare breed rye in the house?" And I said, "Well, I'm a Pikesville girl, so I'm good." And then came in a bottle of the rare breed rye. So the hint was not taken. So more bottles is Phil's MO.
Look, the thing is, we bought a bottle, and this has happened a couple of times. This happened with the Elijah Craig C920. Opened a bottle, off the neck.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good on the neck pour. And then 2 days later, you go back to it and say, if there's any of this still around, I have to go get it. That just happens.
Just to try it again, because it was a bit hot, but it was a bit spicy hot maybe for me. Last time we drank it, but
for me that rare breed rye is really special. I think that stuff's great.
Yeah.
Always have a backup. Yes, sir.
He does have like a separate hidden cubby that has backups of the backups.
What you see on the 5 shelves here, and then the stuff that's piled on top of the kegerator, and then the stuff that's on the shelf over there. Those are the unique bottles, the one-offs, and then the backups are all over there, taking up most of the room in the living room. It's not a house anymore; it's really just a storage facility for whiskey.
Well, nobody comes over anymore, so
I haven't seen anybody in a while.
Yeah. So, what do you think of this one?
It's terrific.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the way that it's sort of like that little fruit note that you get on the side of your tongue. The rye spice is really rich and lovely. And the mouthfeel on this one is, we always say, look at the legs. Of course, you can't see the legs, but this one coats so beautifully. It's so rich, it's viscous, and it's medium, at least bodied, maybe full. It's delicious. What do you think? You tell me.
Yeah, I like it. I'm trying to, me. I always think about like how hard it is to get, what the price point is. In my head, I'm comparing it to like all of the other things. It is very delicious. This is another smooth one, but this one has you get that nice Kentucky hug. Even only, what is it,
95.6, I believe.
95.6.
Yeah.
It's not that warm, but it feels warm. But it's good. A lot of vanilla.
Yeah.
A lot of fruit,
Tons of vanilla.
almost like a dried fruit, or it's not like it's not bursting, strawberries.
It's hard to nail down. It's almost like the dates,
like a peach or something. I don't know.
You know when you get trail mix and it's got those little square shaped dates that are covered in sugar.
Mm-hmm.
That's what this reminds me of.
Oh. Very specific.
Sure. That's what you come here for.
I know.
That's the note.
We do usually throw out like the most random tasting notes ever.
There's a little cinnamon, there's a little white pepper, but it's caramel, it's vanilla. And the funny thing is that on the nose, I was just gonna say the nose, almost musty oak, like been in the barrel a long time, 13 years for this one. You get
charred,
it's almost musty. It almost goes to that bad side, and of course they would never bottle that.
No.
So you get just a hint of it on the aroma, and then when you drink it, it's more like fresh oak. I feel like it's almost like fresh cut. It's bright, lively, and we always say that it's bright flavors, but that maybe it's that bright oak that brings it, or that fresh sort of oak that's bringing it to the palate here. It's great, and the finish, long lasting. It's making my mouth water. It's very, very good. I'm enjoying this a lot.
I'm enjoying it too.
Yeah,
I do like that, and I will say I like the heat point on it. I'm getting more into that. I don't know why. Maybe it feels like I'm drinking something when you get all warm inside. Was that too aggressive? That's fine.
I don't know about you guys, but I like that. I think that's great. Good. Yeah, you want to know you're drinking something.
I know.
Yeah, we did that 80 proof challenge, and we both felt like, what are we doing down here? It was great for what it is. Make no mistake, great bottles to pass around the fire, and those were all really good bottles. That was a lot of fun. But it was in the middle of the competition when we'd been drinking. That video was an hour and a half to shoot, and then we edited it down to 20 minutes. After about 45 minutes, we were both like, this is enough. Let's get on with it.
Yeah.
Your apartment is a rick house. Yeah, that's not wrong.
That'd be like your dream.
Brandon says, what's your favorite barrel proof? That's a good question.
You're better suited for this answer.
I mean,
just because I don't ever really know what a barrel proof is until I look at the labels.
I mean, you can see you can see by the top shelf, you know exactly where I'm going. The B520 from Elijah Craig is.
Oh yeah, you do like that one.
It's so good. It is probably my favorite. I think it was my favorite bottle of last year. The C920. I didn't really give it a lot of credit at the time because I don't think I tried it until November, and then I tried it again in January because it was so hot. Drank it a couple of times here and there, but then in January I finally got a sip when it was down to like the top of the E on the bottle, and man, it was awesome. So C920 and B520 are both great, but I think B520 wins out for me.
Yeah.
We also really, I always forget about it. I don't call it barrel proof, but it is barrel proof. It says it right on the bottle. Stag Junior Batch 15.
I know. I try not to throw those in there because they're just so hard to get.
It
feels
unfair.
unfair.
Yeah. Even Elijah Craig barrel proof can be hard to find.
That's true.
Depending on where you're at. But yeah, I think the Stag Junior is an easy one to say yes to as a favorite. But the Elijah Craig B520 and the C920, even the A121 that just came out, I like that.
I was just thinking about that Jack Daniels is barrel proof. And I know we got a lot of heat on the Jack Daniels.
We catch flack for
Tennessee
this one.
whiskey thing, but I will say,
yeah, he didn't say what's your favorite barrel proof bourbon. He said, "What's your favorite barrel proof?" And that counts.
Good.
That counts.
Throwing it in there because I can't believe how much I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We also like the cask.
Flavorful.
We like the cask strength SE4 PR5 from makers. There's a few really good ones out there. We haven't tried a lot of them, obviously.
But yours is for sure that B520.
Yeah, the B520 just hits my palate so perfectly. The Masters keep 17 year. Open our 30th anniversary in May.
Wait,
Can't
wait.
wait. Wow, John Freed, congrats. 30-year anniversary.
Woohoo.
Yeah, that's a good reason to open up some Master's Keep. What are you doing?
Oh,
What do
got the
you
cat
want?
again.
Got the cat. Come here, bud. Taster's glass from
Hey, we
Dublin,
got a
Ireland.
checking in from
Samara.
South Korea. Cheers.
Really? Wow. Hey, that's great. Welcome, Roger. Masters Keep 17 is fantastic. Do you have the 17 or bottled and bond 17? We don't have any of them.
Mm-mm. I know.
Grumpy, thanks for the recommendation on that glass. We will definitely look that up.
I know our Ben friend. We should ask if they know if the Masters Keep is here.
Yeah, you know where it is? Zach says, I love you too. Well, we love you too with a T-O-O. How about that? EC, you're winning for Advent, of course. Oh, there's Adam. Hey, Adam.
You know what I realized we haven't talked about yet today?
Thank you, sir.
Old Forester. My love for Old Forester. We don't have to talk about it.
We could fill up an entire week of live streams with your love for Old Forester. Steve, yeah, definitely agree on that. You got the 17-year bottle and bond. Yeah, I'd love to try that. That sounds fantastic.
And I feel like there's so many. I don't just coming from what I remember in Chicago, the bottles that we would see on the shelf and the bottles that we see here, there's quite a difference. So I know that we're missing so much. And when we, of course, because not only do we have this channel, but we watch other bourbon channels as well.
Sugar plums just now. Sorry, sugar plums.
Dancing on your tongue, like Christmas?
Let's say they are. Let's say they are. What if they are? So what? James Taylor's here. 1910 for the win. That's your guy. That's you.
Woo. For sure. Always for the win.
Always. Yeah, if that one hadn't run up against Elijah Craig in our Advent tournament, that could have been.
You would have picked the 20.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I still would have picked I think that
I got a sweet tooth.
I think that there were maybe 3, maybe 4 bottles that would have beaten the 1910 in the tournament for me.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you got a bit of a sweet tooth if you haven't figured it out. I do like the rye, but
absolutely.
But sweet, even on the rye scale, usually ends out for me. So.
Brent wants to know if we tried the Old Forester Statesman. Yes, sir. This is our friend Grant on the chat tonight. Gave us our first bottle of this, and this is our second bottle of this. We've been through 2 since Thanksgiving. So, this. Actually really like it. We actually have some plans for this bottle. We were worried that it was going away. Mm-hmm. We couldn't find it, and we pretty much got like one of the last 1 or 2 bottles that was available in Oregon. And then all of a sudden it was flooding shelves again. So I don't know if I don't know what the state was up to. Sometimes they have a lot, sometimes they don't have much of anything. So
it's got a wonderful ease to it. Very sweet, very flavorful.
It's vanilla frosting.
Yeah, I really like
it. It's vanilla cake frosting. I love that stuff.
Yeah.
Isn't that half the beauty of bourbon? You can't get everything everywhere. Yes, sir.
It is.
Yeah, it's.
Otherwise, you wouldn't have any surprises.
Well, and if you could get everything, we would need 3 more of these shelves, quite honestly. No, and you're right. It's like opening a pack of baseball cards too, because you can do all the research you want, but everybody's palate's different, and you could find something great whether you like it or not. I mean, you could buy something and you think, oh, this is $30. It's going to be okay. It won't be great, and it might become your favorite bottle. That's what happened to us with Cooper's Craft Barrel Reserve.
True.
We thought, this will be fine. And then we bought it, and now we've got so many bottles that we actually keep it in a decanter over here. It's like, it's our daily drinker. It's just perfect. Let's see. A lot of pepper spice in my Statesman bottle. Yeah, you can get some spice on the back. I feel like when it first hits the nose is all sweetness, and then when it first hits your palate, it's that typical Brown Forman thing, a little banana, a little cherry, the vanilla, and the oak, and the caramel. And the vanilla is huge on that one, and then it definitely spices you up on the back. Yeah, it's good stuff though. Going to be the pour for St. Patrick's Day. Well, we stocked up on some stout, and we've got a little leftover from the Redbreast airplane bottles from our Redbreast challenge last Friday, from the Slane challenge, and as usual, we've got a bottle of Slane in the house.
I do feel bad. I mean, we didn't really think through Buffalo Trace month when we could have done like Irish whiskey month, because it's St. Patrick's Day this month. But it's on the docket to try more Irish whiskeys, because from everything I've heard, they're just so easy, delicious. I'm excited.
Yeah,
And I liked
honestly,
what we had. The 3 Redbreast. I was very impressed by
yeah,
them.
super. Yeah, the
Still
the
love the
Redbreast
stout.
15 was easily the most complex Irish whiskey I've ever had.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
super,
good.
it was really good.
Of the 5.
Did you drink the Statesman while watching the movie? I feel seen. I just feel seen because we
Oh, the
actually
Kingsman
we
movie?
watched
Totally. We just watched it like, I don't know, 3 months ago.
3 months, 3 weeks. We watched the first Kingsman
Oh yeah, I
with
did only
that. We
watch
did.
it 'cause
We haven't watched the second Kingsman in
yeah.
a while.
That
Um,
was a really random night too, because we didn't know what to do, and I was like, "Let's just watch this movie." And I think,
I think you poured it, and
yeah,
then I was like, well, if you're gonna drink that, we should definitely watch the movie.
I know it's a guilty pleasure. I do like that movie.
James, thanks for joining, man. Cheers.
It's fun.
This whiskey's really good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it should be.
it should be. Yeah. I mean, I looked online just out of curiosity because the MSRP out of Buffalo Trace, out of the Van Winkle distillery, folks, $120 MSRP.
Yeah. What do you think?
1999 was and that was a cursory look. That's what I
Oh,
saw,
on
the cheapest
secondary?
one. Yeah,
Oh wow.
and that was like drizzly, which I
Oh, bummer.
was going to order it from there anyway. But that's bizarre, right? That's crazy. $2,000 for a whiskey that the distillery wants to sell it for 130, and then or 120, and then they put on their website, they're like, if you see anybody selling this whiskey for more than it should be sold for, and it's like, you can see it, it's online, you can see it everywhere. Like one
Yeah,
bit of
that's too bad.
research, I don't know. I read Pappyland, and it all kind of rubbed me the wrong way.
Oh yeah.
When you know that the guy that produces it claims that he's upset about the cost of it on secondary, but he's the one that's buying it up so that he can have more of it.
I didn't
At
read
least
it.
for the original stuff, at least for the old Stitzel Weller stuff. I was like, come on, man, you're part of the problem here. That's good call, Grumpy. Absolutely. We actually have some big plans for the Bourbon Van down the road, because a lot of what we planned to do initially was to be on the road. That was, if you look at our early Instagram posts, that's at the Bourbon Van on Instagram. They're all on the road. They're all campsites. They're all outdoors. We're on the road all the time.
Weekend warriors.
For the most part, but we've got big plans to do a lot more. And one of the original plans was to go to distilleries to record
Some of these
tastings there, to record tours if possible. We haven't really been able to do that. Part of it is winter sort of stocking us in here. The other part is that we are renovating the van, and of course, just life gets in the way sometimes. But this year, we're planning on doing a lot more of that stuff, and we've made some friends in the distillery world at various distilleries. So we're optimistic that we're going to have opportunities to do a lot of those things this year.
Yeah, and I think this fall we're definitely gonna head towards the Midwest a little bit, and we're hoping to do some Bourbon Trail stuff.
At the very latest, late summer, we'll be in the Midwest area at the very least, and the idea is really to circle the entire country this year. So
we'll see.
We'll see. We've got plans. We've got maps drawn up. That should be good enough, right? That's how it starts.
Yeah, I'm always good with the ideas, just not with the execution.
It's kind of the story of our lives. Well, okay, we're gonna wind it down here because otherwise it's too easy to just sit here and drink all night with you fine folks. Okay, the finish of this.
Oh,
what are you getting? I'm getting sweetness and oak, lovely oak, just a hint of must, a little funk, which I like.
I have to sit on it for a minute.
Okay, I'm gonna have another sip.
No. Well, just because I don't like to, be too aggressive. Actually, that's not true. I probably just come up with anything and it doesn't make any sense. But I get a lot of oak on the finish. It's a nice finish. I actually will say that I think that the 18-year-old had a longer finish than this one did.
Huh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Had a lot going on.
It did. I mean, this is definitely a warmer one. I like the complexity of it. I actually like the complexity of both of them. But I will say that I did like the finish of the first one versus the second one.
And in my opinion, I like the finish of the second one. I think that the way that
we're usually wrong. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, opposite, not wrong. We're usually opposite. Yeah.
I like the way that it coats. I think that the mouthfeel on this is so good that it really, it gets the job done in terms of a finish. And if I'm talking about satisfaction, which one I find more satisfying, which I bring that up a lot. I don't know if that's if that's something that a lot of people really value in terms of a note on a
Mm.
whiskey. But for me,
That's great.
that balance, the mouthfeel, viscosity, that's what makes it satisfying for me.
Yeah.
And in this instance, this one's hitting all the right notes for me. It's ticked every box, as they say.
I will say that this one has more of a deeper profile.
Mhm.
So like you do get the caramels and the vanillas. There's a good rye spice to it, a good warmth. The fruit comes through. It does have a nice, a nicer finish. It lingers a bit,
Mhm.
and it's flavorful from beginning to end. So that's all I can really ask for.
Do you want to give me 2 words on this one? You're gonna burp first?
Yep, totally did.
Okay, perfect.
You go first. I'm curious what you're gonna say.
I'm gonna say, because it's a little peppery, because it's a lot sweet, I'm gonna go easy. I'm gonna say spicy and sweet, or sweet and spicy. I'm gonna go spicy and sweet because it finishes
Otherwise,
sweeter
it's
than.
like sweet and sour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little
Spicy.
spicy up front, and it's a lot sweet on the back. I'm gonna go spicy and sweet.
I like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a good one.
I'm blushing, and now everybody just saw me blush in real time. That's the beauty of the live stream. We did it.
It's spicy. It does have a nice little. And it's interesting.
Do you want to think about it?
I do want to think about it.
All right.
Yeah.
There's John C., new viewer here. Welcome, John. Lyle, how many states on our tour? Shoot.
As many as we can fit in.
I would say at least 20.
I don't know. My initial map had us. We skipped the East Coast, and I really apologize because I really want to go to the East Coast sometime. It just is going to take too long.
It's coming. We just have to figure out a way to fit it in before winter, and we're not going to make it this year.
My initial map had us just kind of like going across. I mean, we're going to try to get to Wisconsin, Chicago area, and then cut down to visit a friend in the South, and then cut back over to California and back up. So just a little box.
Oregon, up to Washington, down to Denver, up to Wisconsin.
And we'll have to do all the middle, and then we'll have to get.
And of course, we'll be in Kentucky, so lots of stuff going on there. We
not nailed down yet, but it's a fingers crossed.
We're mapping a lot of things out. We've got a lot of plans. So Julie's got a marathon to run in October, so we got to get across the country for that.
I'm looking forward to that whiskey shot at the end. I might
I'm
for you guys, but I'll probably cry afterwards.
Yeah. John, San Bernardino, California. Welcome. Knob Creek single barrel store pick. Nice. We just had, we sipped on a 115 proof one of those just 2 nights ago.
Was it a store pick?
Yeah. That's from Rose City in Portland.
Oh, nice.
Cheers, Nick the Greek.
Thanks.
A great whiskey to a newbie like me for Richard. I have had Bland's Eagle Rare, Hancock Reserve, and Long Branch. Are those the only 4 whiskeys you've had? Because 3 of those are like super good, sort of rares. Blanton's Eagle Rare, Hancock Reserve, that's all.
Oh, yeah.
That's not the easiest stuff to find there. And Long Branch, well, if you like that stuff, check out, I would send you to our Bourbon for Beginners videos, but
those are pretty
you're kind of well beyond that already.
They're in the middle.
I'll give you.
They're the extramediates. Like
those are those are rare extramediates. Congratulations. I would say if you like those things, it looks like maybe you've had just a little bit of Wild Turkey, a whole lot of Buffalo Trace. If you like that sweet profile, maybe Old Forester stuff. Oh. Maybe check out that.
Any of them.
Any of them, really. The 1910 is double oaks. That could be tough, but if you like, there's John saying E.H. Taylor small batch is good. Absolutely, it's right in the middle of all those there. If you like that stuff, I would say, man, it's a good question. It's a really good question. I would say just keep trying stuff. When this pandemic cools off and we're actually able to go to the bars again. Yeah. So, buy samples of stuff if you don't want to buy full bottles of stuff. It's a good way to start. Bourbon of the week. We want you out on the East Coast, man. We want to get out there too. We'd love to come out there, and I'd love to do a video with the Bourbon of the week. Those guys, that would be fun. That dude's all right. Bourbon of the week, by the way, if you're not following along on his channel, he's doing a single barrel March tournament. So
like a March Madness.
If you like a little whiskey with your madness, it's been a fun series to watch so far. It's already 2 surprises that I didn't see coming. So Check out Bourbon of the Week if you haven't
I
already.
feel like I need to check that out. I didn't check it out.
Oh, you're
I'm
overdue.
behind.
You're
Sorry.
yeah.
Sorry, Bourbon of the Week.
John just did the 4x4x48 challenge run. Love running a bourbon. Is that the David Goggins one?
Oh,
Because if it is, John,
kudos.
you're a savage, man. Good job. Well done. Freedom. Hey, everyone. Freedom. See you a lot. Thanks for coming out. That was the Goggins. Wow. Congrats.
That's awesome.
Mike D says congrats. Cheers to the next 1K. And a bit of Bell Mead this eve. Hey, that's a pretty good way to spend your night right there. That's not too shabby at all. Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, we were discussing earlier what our goal is for the channel, and it's just pretty fluid. And I came up with like, wouldn't it be great if by the end of the year we had 3,000 subscribers? And Phil was like, I want 8. So I think we settled on 5. So, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Cheers, Grumpy. Same to you, bud.
Yeah.
Eric, thank you very much. Just subscribed. Thanks, John. We appreciate that. Thanks to everybody. Yeah. Again, this is a celebration for you as much as it is for us. We honestly are so thrilled. We can't believe our good fortune here. It's been a lot of work, but it's been so fun.
Yeah, we just started it for fun. I really just jumped in just because to get more knowledgeable about it. And Phil's always on me because he thinks that I have a good palate, which I feel like half the time I'm just making stuff up, but then it checks out. So I feel pretty excited about that.
Fully agree. Troz 451. Troz 451. Hi, subscriber 936 here, trying some Woodenville tonight. Well, it's good. You know exactly what number you are. Congrats on that.
And we love the Woodenville.
We do love the Woodenville. Yeah. That's actually one of those distilleries we can't wait to get to. It's not too far from home here. So
yeah,
we're
thinking about heading up that way in the next couple of weeks. So
we have one of their barrel proofers here. That's just absolutely phenomenal. And I don't know if they're all that good. I need to go there and try every single one of them to see if they are or not. Would love to see a collection tour sometime. That's not a bad idea. Sooner or later, there's not a lot to see below the shelf. The bottom shelfers are real bottom shelfers.
No, they aren't. Are they?
Well, actually, right now it's a bit mixed because we've got the Buffalo Trace month. So we've got this one going on up here with all this Buffalo Trace. So once we reorder things, I think that's a good idea. We can definitely do that. That'll be fun. And in a couple of weeks, we actually have a store pick video going on where we're going to compare store picks to regular shelf stock. So you see a lot more of our stuff then.
Yeah.
Got some fishermen going on out there. Well done. This bottle, by the way, this we're drinking Van Winkle Family Estate Rye, 13 years, aged, 95.6 proof, $120 MSRP. We just got a sample from some supporters of the channel. It is Buffalo Trace.
Yeah, we stuck with the theme.
It reminds me of Buffalo Trace, though. I mean, it's
gotcha.
Flavor-wise, both of these, they have that Buffalo Trace thing and we talk about that here and there with our throughout this month we've been mentioning it, but you kind of know when you're drinking a Buffalo Trace product.
Yeah.
You don't always know 100%, but these have that. I feel like both really good, really really solid whiskeys.
Yeah.
Couldn't really be happier about it. You're just about out of whiskey.
I know, and I didn't really say much about it, but I really did enjoy this one.
That's shocking that you're out of whiskey.
I know. Everyone should be very shocked that I finished my glass way ahead of time. But I really liked this. I got a little like spearmint or mintiness to it.
There's a freshness.
There's a little bit like of a tobacco-y, peppery rye spice on that.
Yeah.
So again, those fruits that we were talking about, a really nice finish. I thought it was good.
Yeah.
I am just overwhelmed with gratitude that we were able to try these two.
Yeah, I agree. Delicious and just feeling grateful tonight. Grateful. Absolutely. Yeah. John says, do you guys have an Instagram page? And we do, absolutely, John. We're at the Bourbon Van. That's the only other social we do. We do YouTube and Instagram. So check us out there, follow along. And those, by the way, our Instagram page, pretty quiet at the moment. But once we get on the road, what we really love about being on Instagram is just making excellent or trying to take excellent photos outdoors. And generally we include whiskey in those photos. So we have a lot of fun with that. And it's a lot more fun when the weather's nice and we can actually get out there. So looking forward to that again.
We're almost there.
Almost
It's
there.
been warm.
Well, guys, I think that this is about it. Julie's out of whiskey.
Yep.
I'm just about out of whiskey. We saved just enough.
Oh, that was so nice. And we have a little bit extra in our glasses too.
Yeah, we saved just enough.
We might get a Grant visit tomorrow randomly, just to try them.
Oh, there's Chrissy. The last second. Hey, Chrissy. Thank you very much. Well, we saved just enough here to salute all of you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for making our first 1,000 subscriptions happen. And we've got a lot more planned down the road. Obviously, we can't wait to share it all with you. And thanks for helping us to grow this awesome community and for being fantastic. So,
yeah. And a little plug, because Monday's video is pretty funny.
You don't want to miss Monday's video.
Yeah.
It's top 3 funniest videos we've done, we think.
Maybe it's terrible, but I laughed a lot. So,
all right. Well, from wherever we are
to wherever you. Oh, I messed it up.
Oh my God.
Stream. Oh no.
Oh, we can't even put it on a blooper reel. Oh no. Should we try it again? Do you want to start it?
No, I don't ever start. I finish. That's weird. All right.
2 bloopers in a row on a live stream?
Yeah.
Just edit that part out. Thanks, Levi. From wherever we are.
To wherever you are.
Cheers.
Cheers, everyone. Thanks.